Yeah, I'm stage 64. I'm 2 notches down, 2 notches right, because it's even though it started off really humid and quite warm this morning, I was watering the plants. It's become overcast. We've got a storm coming. If we get enough rain, it won't, any bushfires, the lightning starts to put out. But one thing that's mentioned in the cultivational section is the use of bottom heat of about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, I think they said, is useful for striking cuttings. And I was just thinking, well, could you actually use something like curry powder or pepper or something like that, that makes our mouths hot or feel hot? Could you actually influence a cutting to sort of give the impression it's getting warmth on the end, sort of thing? I don't know. It's sort of like a bit like in a way, in quotes, or hormones or thing. This is the Randall Swartz one. This wasn't the book I wanted, but I got it anyway. It was the other one that I saw once in the Adelaide Botanic Gardens library. I barely had a flick through it. I was on my lunch break or something. I was at the herbarium. But let's go to spot colour. It might be. Even though it's a black and white photograph, you can tell that sort of look to the leaf and things like that. And I assume that's a 2 by 2 inch pot. Could be a 4 by 4. No, it must be a 2 by 2 inch pot. So the trap's a reasonable size. The least an inch, maybe an inch and a bit more. So that's not bad. Back in the day, anyway. There is a cultivational section which I'm going to go. Here it is somewhere. Those photographs, by the way, the Madagascar ones, they're actually reproduced here. Both of them are in this book as well. So plus some others. If I can get the other page. Mythology. But hang on, get my fingers wet. Here. Okay, there we go. That one there. Okay, well that's it for now. And today's task, should we choose to accept it, I'm just going to set up my last setups for the season, I think, because as I said, once it gets to 36, or body temperature 38 or whatever it is, and stays on that temperature or above during the day, that's not really the best time to be doing lugging around heavy pots of sand and things. So I'm thinking of setting up 4 sand cultures, because you can't really call a scientist a hypocrite to their face in public worldwide unless you've actually done the work and got the answers, sort of thing, because the international standard is sand culture. If you can do it in sand culture, they do take off that and say, well, you must have some degree of in-depth knowledge to actually be able to grow the plants in sand, basically. So basically, I've set it up like with a brick, the usual thing, and with a slot, a 6mm slot all the way along, and I'm going to do one there, probably one there. And I've noticed yesterday that the sun is shifting. We're almost halfway through November, going towards, and it's already, the sunlight is shifted over. So by 3rd week of February, the sun's going to be right out here for most of the day in a big shaft sort of thing. So I'm going to have to move them another brick's worth from December into January into February, I reckon, over there. So I'll set them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4 over there, I think, and see how we go. But first of all, I need to get the tripod, I think, and set the camera up. Yeah. So the old tripod has interrupted us, but yeah. So the weather's coming in, fellas. I was practically there about half an hour ago, and then suddenly we lost the sun, and I was in two minds about doing it, and then I wanted to find a bucket, and it went on and on and on and yeah, so we'll see how we go. Is that good enough? Well, yeah, that might be good enough. So basically, right, I'll just go. Get myself my bowl of sands, I think, and because it's a sand culture, don't forget, and mix it around. or mix-a-rooney thing, and now I'm just going to whack it in here, and so yeah. Well, it's like the bush, you know. You got these rules, you know, and if you want to bend the rules, that's okay. But you've got to take special precaution, because by taking special precautions, you're actually respecting the rules, you know. I mean, we don't even have a treaty or anything in this country for our native Australians. Yet the New Zealanders have a treaty of Waitangi. Waitangi, because it's tastier. It's a joke for Ross Graham, by the way. Okay. Oh, what's going on with their politics? Now they're trying to introduce special religious exemptions if the yes vote goes through. And I'm thinking, oh, you know, yeah, tablespoon, you know, tablespoon of cement and a yeah, yeah. You harden the fuck up, princess, basically. Oh, Jesus, you know. All they're trying to be is equal to everyone else, you know, inside it. I think, they just don't get it. They're almost being obtuse in the opposite direction from them. It's, yeah, it's almost like getting to the stage where, you know, you want to do that, well, I'll probably be over at your place with a few other mates and we'll help you pack, sort of, you know. You don't get the country, the land of the fair go. You know, you've got these rules now. You want to change the rules, you know. No, you know, you follow the rules. You want to bend the rules. You've got to take special precautions. Not changing the rules. You've got the. You don't understand. It's taking special precautions, not changing the rules. So anyway, so it looks like we're going to have to tuck a few people off the Bundy Cliffs, I reckon, by the sounds of it, if they can't afford a plane ticket. That's a joke, fellas, because the shark-infested waters below the Bundy Cliffs, and you're probably going to have to need a bloody big catapult to do it. Anyway, this is one I made before, so we'll just sort of continue on. It's going to go right up to the line, and we'll see. I don't know. I'm running out of colours of buckets in the shops. I mean, next bucket I wanted was a blue bucket, and then if I can get a green, and if I can get that sort of orange brown, that sort of mandarin sort of colour one, not quite, a bit browny than mandarin, but you know. I've had one in the past. Another one of those, thank you very much. It's the shop manager. Can you get that in the shop for me by the end of the week? I want to buy one of those. I want that one. Yeah, it's getting that way. Anyway, so these are the rules. It's supposed to be supposedly growing stuff in just the sand culture like this. It's supposed to be the international standard, accepted by all scientists around the world. If they don't accept this, well, at least I can call them a hypocrite to their face in public anywhere on the planet. And you know me, I will. You know, if I'm calling Stuart McPherson out for that supposed lie about the Nepenthes Edinburgh being the biggest Nepenthes on the planet, bigger than Raja, is it? I will stand my ground until he shows otherwise. You know. All this thing, you know, oh, we can only take you to, these are smaller forms, we can't take you out to the sites that have the really big plants because they're endangered, and yeah, right, it's a load of bullshit, isn't it? They're selling these seedlings. How come these seedlings just take forever to grow? It's supposed to be the biggest Nepenthes in the world, bigger than Raja. How come it's not growing rapidly and it's not taking on inside? Of course, the thing is, well, you don't know how to grow it, you know. You don't know its ecological requirement. And I say, bullshit. It's a con. It's not the biggest, and it's not the largest. It's not bigger than Raja. Yeah, so all that, you know, excuse to get Sir David Attenborough's name on it is a bit of a Konsky. It's going to go down through history, and I think it's just Mars to David Attenborough in a way. You know, if it was That's going to be. It's like maybe this was a man. I mean, if he doesn't take his name off of it, or say, you know, I'll take my name off it. When you do get one that's comes along, that's, you know, the biggest in the world, big horizon, you can put my name on that one. I want that one. Yeah, it's sort of like, you know, I've lost respect for Sir David Attenborough, and really, it's not his fault in a way. He just ran up against a con man, I think. Someone trying to fly too high, move too fast, sort of thing there. Okay. Oh, let me guess, I'm still on spot colour now, and it's all out of whack. No. Okay. Anyway, that's the rest of that one down there. Maybe I need to take a flyover bird's eye view on spot colouring. And it's doing all this thing. I used to get that a few years ago. Yeah, all this sort of micro sparkle bubble thing. You know, what do you got? There's a word for this, but scintillation. Can you see that? Doing all this scintillation thing. A few bubbles. I've checked the bubbles. They're not flammable. I checked that yesterday. All those bubbles are coming up there. Not flammable. Oh well, we got some influence there. So coming out, so yeah, it's running somewhat clear, so that's good. So hopefully we won't brim the lip. So yeah, anyway, we've got one off and running. There's nothing worse than wanting to start a project and not getting into it. So that's one of 4 pillars of wisdom, I think. Okay, and that one, I don't know, that's becoming really hydrophobic, especially at the end of a hot day sort of thing. So I've had to like water it at night time and stuff like that. But it's green, but they've lost that sort of red tinge it had. It's going backwards in a way, you know. So I don't know what's going on, but I'll keep flushing it because that's the rule. But yeah, I think we've got ourselves a drip. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it for this clip. I think I can't do much more. I'll see if there's anything out there I can show you. Okay, over and out for now.